Solar Negotiators wants to help new customers better understand the Solar Consumer Protection Guide and highlight the importance of reviewing it prior to finalizing your solar contract. This guide was recently created by the California Public Utilities Commission to ensure solar customers have all the information they need to make an informed decision. Solar Negotiators fully supports this document, and the majority of its content is already made available for our customers in our own contracts and other related documents. It is important to remember that this video should not take the place of reading the Solar Consumer Protection Guide. It is also important to remember that the utility companies will require wet signatures on all the initial sections and signature sections in order to allow you to turn on your solar system. So when it comes to this document, it doesn't matter which solar company you choose. Customers will not be able to use their solar system unless this document is signed with a wet signature. The first 4 pages of the document highlight the false claims that some companies have made about free solar and never again having a power bill. It also covers several rights solar customers have, including the 3-day right to cancellation, having a copy of the Solar Consumer Protection Guide provided to them, and other disclosures required by law. Considerations for energy efficiency upgrades and information on low-income solar programs are provided on page 5. Although Solar Negotiators does not offer low-income programs, there are many great local partners we refer clients to who qualify, like Grid Alternatives. Your installing contractor needs to understand the local building department requirements, as well as having experience working with the utility companies to interconnect your system. Information on this can be found on page 7 of your guide. Page 8 is an overview of a typical rooftop solar process. It covers items that should be considered before and after signing a contract. Much of this information can already be found in the Solar Negotiators installation process schedule, your initial proposal, as well as in your solar contract. Page 9 reviews the importance of selecting the right solar provider for your project. It includes links and phone numbers to the Contractor State License Board to check a license. Some good recommendations on how to narrow down your provider are listed here, including the importance of getting multiple bids. Solar Negotiators is proud to always recommend that customers get multiple quotes and do their research during this process. Throughout the document, it recommends checking online reviews for reputation and customer satisfaction of other customers that have utilized the solar provider you are considering. It also recommends requesting a few references of other customers. As a standard practice, Solar Negotiators consultants will provide the customer with 1,000 references with contact information and the year our customers went solar through us. Our team is proud to be the most positively reviewed company in the Central San Joaquin Valley. Solar Negotiators has our own in-house design department to ensure that your solar system gets the best possible production. Considerations for the condition of your roof and how to avoid risk concerns years after your solar installation are covered on page 10. Solar Negotiators consultants are trained to help customers understand information regarding their electricity bill and future savings from solar. Page 17 covers the fact that estimates for solar savings are not a guarantee, but that your solar salesperson should be informative and transparent when designing your system to offset your current utility usage. Some solar financing programs and third-party owned solar systems can create potential challenges when a customer is trying to sell a home. There's good information on page 11 of the guide for customers to consider when thinking about a third-party owned system. Pages 12 and 13 review the different options for acquiring solar. They provide many of the pros and cons for purchasing versus leasing or power purchase agreements. They review what to consider if you're going to utilize a loan product through the solar company or through your own bank in order to finance the purchase of your system. Although Solar Negotiators does not offer leases or PPAs, it is important to look at both the advantages and disadvantages of each option. There is also the topic of secured loans versus unsecured loans. Many solar financing options that have lower interest rates take a security in the property. The most important thing to consider for a customer is that the security in the property will only be released once the loan is paid off. Some customers choose to pay off the solar loan when the house is sold, allowing them to sell the home with the solar system free and clear. Page 14 discusses items to consider when purchasing a solar system, including federal tax credits, rates, and the importance of understanding what the necessary maintenance will be for your solar system. This page also begins to look at property-assessed clean energy financing options, also known as PACE programs. Solar Negotiators does offer these options when appropriate, and we recommend asking your consultant about this option if you're interested. Page 15 includes a close look at questions that should be asked if you're considering a lease or a power purchase agreement. We encourage customers to look closely at this section if another company is trying to sell you a power purchase agreement or a lease. Solar Negotiators has always recommended that customers purchase their systems, whether with cash or with a financing option. Page 16 of the Consumer Protection Guide reviews the expected savings a customer will receive once they go solar. Projected energy savings through California's net energy metering program are fairly easy to calculate, as long as the system produces what it is expected to produce, and the customer is on the proper rate schedule. If the total energy produced for the year isn't sufficient to cover the total energy used, the net is reconciled at the end of the year. This is known as a true-up bill. This is reviewed on page 17 of your guide, along with the $10 minimum monthly charge. Solar Negotiators has an in-house software called No True-Up that connects customers' utility and solar production data to make monitoring your estimated annual usage easy and convenient. Along with giving you access to this data, we have a full-time monitoring team that actively checks your system for underperformance or system failure issues. Page 19 discusses the Solar Energy System Disclosure document, which is required to be on the first page of your solar agreement. These documents are provided to Solar Negotiators customers at the appropriate time during the project. Our customers are also provided a set of additional documents for their records at the time of their final orientation walkthrough. Pages 20 and 21 provide additional resources the customer may find useful as they are doing the research, including phone numbers and links to utility companies. Finally, pages 22 and 23 include a checklist of items that customers will benefit from using prior to signing the contract, as well as the wet signature pages that will need to be signed by both the contractor and the customer. It is also important to remember that pages 23 and 24 also must be initialed. It is important not to skim through this information and read thoroughly before signing, as solar is seen as a lifetime investment. We thank you for considering Solar Negotiators as your solar provider. This video was intended to assist you with understanding the Solar Consumer Protection Guide, but should not be considered as a substitute for reading the guide. Our team hopes that we have given you the tools you need to make an informed decision about solar as an investment into future savings.